of al-iman bil-ghayb. Al-iman bil-ghayb is weak. And that's why when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said the Quran will guide, He said Quran will only guide those who's looking for guidance. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. And the first description of muttaqeen, is الذين يؤمنون بالغيب, the one who believe in the unseen. Why we lack iman? Because unconsciously we are used to believe in what we see, in what we smell, in what we touch. But if we see paradise, we will never have the means to afford it. Your wealth and your knowledge and your degree can never worth a minute or a second in paradise. If it was not for the iman bil ghayb, then we would never deserve paradise. A small story just to emphasize on the point. Say at the time of Ma'mun, he was a Khalifa Abbas, a ruler in Abbasi Empire, and he went out of his palace to walk after sunrise with his wife, and his wife was known to be a righteous woman, at least more righteous than him, and her name was Zubaydah. And when he was walking with her on the side of the river, he saw a guy that some people call a Zahid and a Arif Billah, and some people call crazy. His name was, they used to call him Bahlul al-Majdub, clown, the crazy one. That's how he used to call him. And every day after sunrise comes, he goes to the orphan house and pick up all the kids there and go on the side of the river, and they make palaces out of the mud. Then he was making, with the kids, making some houses on the mud. And then Zubaydah, the queen, seen him, and she told her husband, I want to go see what Bahlul is doing today. She said, this crazy guy, just leave him alone. He said, no, I want to go see. Then she asked him, she said, what do you do? He said, I'm building palaces in paradise. She said, really? He said, yeah. He told her, you want to buy one? She said, yeah, I'll buy one. How much? He told her 10 dirham. And dinar is like 10 or 12 dirham. Dirham is very small. Told her 10 dirham. Then she said, okay. Then he took 10 dirham. He gave it to the girl that made the house that she liked, and he told her, alhamdulillah, you have a house in paradise. Then her husband made fun of her, and they went home. And at night, when they were asleep, he saw a dream that he's in paradise in a huge palace, and it says on it Qasru Zubaydah, the palace of Zubaydah. Then he said, that's my wife's palace, and I'm gonna go in there. Then when he about to enter the palace, big angel said, where you go? This is my wife's palace. He said, no, this is dunya, this is akhirah now, this is Jannah. Your wife is your wife, and yours is yours. You know, it doesn't mean she's your wife, you could go to her palace. And he tried to enter, they pushed him away. Then he woke up. It was a nightmare for him, and he was very, very upset. And then he told Zubaydah, let's go to Bahlul again. Then she told him, you know, it's night now when sunrise comes. So he couldn't sleep, and he would tell Bahlul, come with the girls. He said, you're going to make some palaces today? He said, yeah. Then he started making the palaces. Then he said, now I want to buy one. And he was about to give him 10 dirham. He said, no, it's not 10 dirham. He said, how much? He said, 100,000 dinar. So what do you mean 100,000 dinar? It was 10 dirham yesterday. He said, no, the 10 dirham was the unseen price. But the seen price is 100,000 dinar. And this is what it is. There is nothing a human is capable of doing to buy a minute or a second in paradise if it was not for al-iman bil-ghayb. That aspect is extremely, extremely important for us to realize.